Good morning. Welcome to Monday Morning Coffee with Melissa. I'm your host, Melissa. Cheers. Okay, this morning I want to talk about the excitement of starting something new. This could be anything. This could be a new program you're starting, a new fitness program, a new health program, a new eating style. You're doing Whole30, keto, paleo, primal, whatever it is. Or, you just started training you signed up for your first half marathon, or if there are going to be some races, I'm sure in 2021, but say you signed up for one for 2021 and you're like, all right, I signed up, I'm all ready, I have plenty of time to train, I'm gonna do this. So you have all this excitement, okay? Now that excitement, it may last through the entire process of your training and running the race or going through the program, whatever you signed up for. The excitement's probably always going to be there. However, the motivation may not always be there. So I want to talk a little bit about that because I have experienced this in my life with programs that I've signed up for and just kind of lost it. There were periods when I just did not have the motivation to do it. I do it with my business. I'll be honest with you. There are some times when I'm just not motivated to either, film a Monday morning coffee video or write my weekly newsletter, and it's really important to really stay focused on your why. So when you have that all this excitement in you and the motivation, that's the time, this first stage is the time to sit down and really think about your why. Why are you doing this? Why do you want to run this half marathon? Why? Why do you want to do it? I shared a video, a few months ago or so about the Amazon original movie, Brittany Runs a Marathon. And she signed up for a marathon because she wanted to get healthier. And that was her motivation to stay on track of her fitness and her healthy eating ways. And so why is it? Why do you want to do this? What's your motivation? So sit down, think about that, and make sure it's emotional. And now is the best time to do it because you are emotional. You're excited, okay? So ride that wave of emotion. And then after you do that, sit down and write out what obstacles can get in your way. And this method is talked about everywhere, not this exact method, but this is something when I'm working with a health coaching client or a personal training client, it's really important to know, okay, you say you're going to a wedding, how are you going to handle this? How are you going to tackle that? What's going to happen when you're doing a no alcohol challenge because you're doing an experiment with healthy eating with your body, but you have this wedding to go to. You're not going to go to your friend's wedding or your family member's wedding. Am I right? Right. You're going to go. So let's brainstorm ideas on how to navigate it. And this works really, really well. And I get a lot of really positive feedback from my clients about this. Oh my gosh, that worked really well, Melissa. I went to the wedding and I had one glass of wine and then I politely declined more glasses of wine. I made sure I drank water. I made sure I only had 2 bites of cheesecake instead of the entire piece. I shared it with my husband or a friend or someone. Or I, just whatever it is. And this is something that I teach because I do it myself. Whenever I go to an event, for example, when I go to someone's house for a barbecue or a meal or dinner or something, whatever it is, I always, first of all, make sure I offer to bring a healthy side. It could be a salad or, whatever it's your signature dish that you make that's healthy. Offer to bring that. And if the host or hostess says yes, bring it and enjoy it. And I also set up rules, like guidelines that I follow. Okay, I'm going to allow myself to eat whatever I want, during this event, during this meal. And afterwards, I'm not going to feel guilty. I'm not going to have a pity party for myself. And I'm going to go to bed and I'm going to praise myself. I'm going to celebrate the fact that I gave myself permission to not eat the healthiest meal. And then the next day, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to get back into my healthy eating habits. I'm going to get up and I'm going to exercise. I'm going to fast the next day, to kind of let my body detox from that stuff. This is something that my husband and I do when we eat big meal that is probably not the healthiest for us. So do that, like strategize what you're going to do and give yourself permission to indulge. Okay. So do that. And it's the same thing like with any program. When I was doing my online business school, I was so motivated in the beginning. I was like, yeah, this is great. And then there's a great exercise at the beginning of B School that you can do that kind of walks you through a similar process to this. And it's amazing. Like, it was so cool. It really helped me kind of get through B School, but also give myself permission to maybe I don't like the week 3 or week 4, I don't completely follow through on my commitment, but that's okay. Give myself permission to maybe at that point I needed a break, and then I come back refreshed and energized and really ready to focus. So really I always say this, like, you have to live your life. You have to live your life. It can't just be all about work, all about school, all about eating super healthy, all about working out every single day. You have to be flexible and you have to enjoy your life. Okay. So really just focus on your why and sit down and work through all the obstacles that could get in your way while you're going through this process, and give yourself permission to be flexible and to not always be on all the time, because we're all human and we need to relax and we need to have fun and we need to kind of like wind down. And sometimes having a couple glasses of wine will help you do that, regardless of where you're at on your health journey. So, okay, so you're going to write down your why when you start doing something, and you're going to sit down and write out all the obstacles that you could possibly face while going through this and how you're going to overcome them. Those 2 things have helped me tremendously get through difficult periods, especially with our van build. We've been doing that as well. Like, okay, brainstorming ideas, like getting creative. How can we overcome this? What's going to happen when we get burnt out from working on the van? And we have a strong why as to help keep us motivated as to why we wanted to buy a van, why we wanted to do this, and why we wanted to transition into this type of lifestyle. So it's the same thing. I practice this in my life, your why and obstacles that could get in your way, and permission to have fun and relax and not stick to a really strict schedule, eating style, workout regimen, whatever it is. So, all right, guys, this was a little shorter one today, and I hope you guys enjoy your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.